movie begins in the Paw Patrol base, and they are getting ready for a costume party, while Marshall is helping the mayor putting up decorations, and says he's excited to eat lots of candy. Mr. Porter arrives along with his grandson Alex, and Marshall uses his water cannon to shoot pumpkin cream, but we see that by accident, he ends up slipping and makes a spiderweb decoration, while Humdinger is along with his kittens on their way to eat candy. But the mayor tells him that he has to ask for them in the right way, and that it's only for children. It gets dark, and Humdinger made a spider costume so he won't be recognized. We begin to see that Humdinger is using his disguise in order to get candy, and he takes all the candy. So Mr. Porter contacts Ryder to ask for his help. Then Ryder calls to the Paw Patrol, and we see that they gather to listen to the mission. Ryder starts telling them that a kid in a spider costume is taking the candy, and they have to stop him. Then the Paw Patrol get into their vehicles, and they are on their way to complete the mission. We go to the city, and Chase uses his vehicle to stop the spider, but we see that Humdinger uses a rope and manages to escape. Then Humdinger continues stealing the candy from the party, and we see that the Paw Patrol manages to get there in time. Marshall uses his X-ray screen device, and they manage to realize that it was Humdinger. He starts to run to avoid being caught, but Chase uses one of his nets to stop him. Then they realize that he is about to be attacked by some kind of eagle, but suddenly we see that Skye manages to arrive in time, and they manage to save him. The mayor thanks the Paw Patrol for saving the party, because all the kids were able to get candy. We go back to the base, and the pups are playing hide and seek. Then Ryder tells them to go to bed, because it's already late at night. But suddenly we see that they get a call from Earl, and he starts telling them that he needs their help, because the armors are moving by themselves. Then Ryder wakes up the Paw Patrol, and we see that they gather to listen to the mission. Ryder starts telling them that the castle is haunted, and that they have to find out what is going on, so they will have to perform a mission paw. We go to Barkingburg, and we see the Paw Patrol put on their spy gear to complete the mission. Then the Paw Patrol get in the vehicle, and they are on their way to solve the mystery. We go to the castle, and the people are scared because they saw a ghost, but we hear that it was actually Sweetie's trap. Then the Paw Patrol start investigating inside the castle, but Rubble runs away because he's scared. Chase uses a device to see in the dark, and manages to notice moving objects, so they run to continue investigating, and we see that a piece of armor is moving because of Sweetie's device. While in the vehicle, Rubble is sad to have escaped from the castle. We return to the castle, and other armor started dancing, but they manage to realize that they are being controlled by a remote control. Then by accident, they end up breaking the control, and that causes the armors to move out of control. So Rubble says that he will take care of defeating the ghosts and uses his vehicle to finish them. The Paw Patrol get together and say that there really aren't any ghosts, but they still thank them for helping them. We go to the forest and see that the Paw Patrols are camping. Then they begin to tell them that in times of full moon, people were afraid to go out at night because they could meet the werepuppy. They are puppies transformed by the reflection of the moon, but they can return to normal if they are taken to the sunflower field. Then the Paw Patrol lie down to sleep, but suddenly we see Rocky transform and run away so he doesn't scare his friends. Rocky decides to go to the sunflower field to get back to normal, while the Turbits are looking to the stars, but end up getting scared because of the werepuppy, so they decide to contact Ryder and start telling him what happened. Then Ryder calls to the Paw Patrol, and we see that they gather to listen to the mission. Ryder starts telling them that Rocky is missing and that they must save their friends before they are attacked. Then the Paw Patrol get into their vehicles, and they are on their way to complete the mission. We go to Rocky and see that he is too fast thanks to his transformation, while Marshall uses his vehicle to save the Turbits, and they manage to find the werepuppy's tracks. We go back to Rocky, and he's excited about his new abilities, but we see that he accidentally ends up causing a disaster. The Paw Patrol arrive to the accident site and start telling them that they were attacked by a werepuppy, so they realize that Rocky was transformed, and they have to get to the field to get help him. But suddenly we see that Otis ends up being trapped inside a cave, and Rocky manages to save him. Then Rocky smells one of the sunflowers, but we see that it was really just a nightmare.